Hey everybody, I'm going to be out for the next class period, and I have left some information for the substitute to give to you for you to work as a group or as in your small groups to get the answers to these problems. It's a brain stretch and it's for your mathematical stamina. So let me tell you about what the first couple of questions are dealing with. I'm going to give you an example, and then your problems number 1 and number 2, you should be able to use the same procedure to set up your equations and solve. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find the quadratic function ax squared plus bx plus c if I am given 3 points on this function. Okay? So I'm given f of negative 2 is negative 4, f of 1 is 2, and f of 2 is 0. So basically I'm given the points negative 2, 4, 1, 2, and 2, 0. So how do we set this up so that we can figure out this problem? Well, we're going to be dealing with, A, B, and C here. And what we're going to do is we're going to remember that the number inside the parentheses represents x, and the numbers otherwise is f of x. So we have negative 2, negative 4. Okay, sorry for the pause, pizza delivery. Anyway, so we have our x's and our y's, or f of x's. Okay, so what I want to do is plug in negative 2, 1, and 2 for x and see what I get. So with f of negative 2, I'm going to have a times negative 2 squared plus b times negative 2 plus c, which will give me 4a minus 2b plus c. That's my first equation. And I know that that's going to be equal to negative 4. My next equation is going to be a times 1 squared plus b times 1 plus c, which gives me a plus b plus c, and that equals 2. My third one, I'm going to just kind of cut to the chase here. When I plug in 2, I have 4a plus b plus c equals 0. So now I have my 3 equations. Those are my 3 equations that I'm going to set up. That's now my system of equations, and I'm going to go ahead and rewrite those over here. Busy evening here in the Ellis household. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to write my 4 by 3, or sorry, a 3 by 4 augmented matrix. And from there, you know how to manipulate this. And when you do, remember that the first column is A, the second column is B, the third column is C. And when you work this out, you get A equals negative 1, B equals 1, C equals negative 1. I'm not going to go through the steps for you because I want you to do that on the other examples. Okay, so f of x is now ax squared plus bx plus c, and when I plug in for my a, my b, and my c, I get the quadratic function f of x equals minus x squared plus x minus 1. Okay, now we want to do more of an application problem, and here we have a little chart that talks about food A, food B, food C. We don't know what those are, but there's something. And we want to talk about the calories, the grams of protein, and the milligrams of vitamin C that are in them. And what we know is that for food A we have 40 calories, food B we have 200 calories, food C we have 400 calories. As far as the protein, food A has 5 grams, food B has 2 grams, food C has 4 grams. And the milligrams of vitamin C, we have food A has 30, food B has 10, and food C has 300. Now we also know that this is, the nutritional content is per ounce of food. Okay, so if a meal of the 3 foods allows exactly 660 calories, 25 grams of protein, and 425 milligrams of vitamin C, we want to find out how many ounces of each do we need to fulfill those requirements. So we know if we add food A plus food B plus food C, we have to come up with 660 calories, 25 grams of protein, and 425 milligrams of vitamin C. So we are going to set up our equation working down the this chart instead of across the chart. So if we have 40 calories of food A plus 200 calories of food B plus 400 calories of food C, it has to add up to 660. And if we have 5 grams of protein plus 2B grams of protein plus 4C grams of protein, it has to equal 25. And once again, we're moving down. And 30A grams of milligrams of vitamin C plus 10B milligrams of vitamin C plus 300 milligrams of vitamin C equals 425. So this is our 3 equations and 3 unknowns, once again moving down. And so what you need to do here is set up your matrix based on this information and solve. And then you have the baby has come up, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend for those of you who are seeing this before the weekend and in class on Monday, and I will see you next week. See you guys.